Welcome back to my 12 days of Christmas. Today is day 5. We're going to make a wreath. This is something that I found on Pinterest a long time ago, and I thought someday I'm going to make this. So someday has come. So join me as we make a very unique wreath. This is the wreath form. Oops. Okay, and we're going to take 22 gauge wire, just like we did with the garland. We're going to wrap it around the wreath form, which is just made of wire. So we're going to form bundles, just like we did with the garland, and we're going to go round and wrap as we go around. So let's get started with that. This is the bundle. There's, I don't know, just a few. They're not very long, but like this. I'm gonna put 1, 2, 3, about 6 of them together. Okay, so we're going to lay them on the wreath. You're gonna figure out which way you're gonna run. I don't know which way, if you wanna run to the left or to the right or which way, it doesn't matter. And we're going to wrap this around. I like to do the magic number of 3. 3 wraps, and then we're going to lay another bundle on top. Now, I'm not making a really thick, bushy wreath. I'm just going to make it primitive looking. I don't want it really bushy. All right, here's my next bundle. I'm just trying to line the bottoms of them up. You want to line the bottoms up so that you're going to get them all, okay? And then lay them on top of the other part and wrap, okay? Same as we did the garland. And you want to pull really tight as you're wrapping because you want these to really hold onto the wire. So I thought I'd do a little Google to see what the meaning of a Christmas wreath is, and this is what I found. So the evergreen wreath, its circular shape, an emblem not only of perfection and unity, but also of the warmth enduring sun, then became a Christian symbol for Christ's suffering and ultimate triumph over death. Later wreaths were formed from a variety of pines and firs, with evergreens embodying eternal life. By hanging one of these wreaths on the door, Christians are not only welcoming Christ, but they're welcoming the spirit of Christmas into their home. For families who hang these wreaths, they are implying that their loved one's soul lives on. I'd love to hear how many of you hang a Christmas wreath from your front door during the season. Leave me a comment below and let me know. As you can see, I have my trusty helper next to me. He is so good about making sure that I have everything all organized, everything that I need, and I love that. I came to the end, which I just wrapped around, but I kept myself a loop. I don't know if you can see this or not. I kept myself a loop of wire when I wrapped it around. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap around that loop. You see, I know my hands are in the way for you to see, but if you are going to make one of these, this will make sense to you. So I wrapped around that just to give myself that little hanger, because, you know, you always want a hanger. Even if you don't use the hanger, you got one. All right, so I'm gonna wrap in here, snip this wire. I'm going to snip it long, and I'm going to do some tucking. Tuck that in behind a branch if I can. And then I have something to twist against, just to end my wire. And there's my hanger. So you can see the wreath so far. And I know I have a bald spot right here, but we're going to use the sticks now. Remember, I had sticks, so we're going to use those. So this is what we're going to do with them. I'm going to make a square frame with the sticks that we cut. But the first thing you want to do is anchor your wire to the first stick. Just like we did on the wreath, you need an anchor in order to have something to hold on to while you wrap. So I'm just anchoring that first corner, the first two sticks together. And you want to pull tight as you go along, making sure that this is going to be really, really strong and stay together really well. You can use any type of stick you want. As you saw in the beginning, I had a few different kinds. I kind of like the ones with a little more character, ones that have a little more moss to them, or, you know, just those funky looking ones. I like those. So those are the ones that I chose to use, mixed in with some regular ones. Now, once you've added your first two sticks together, you just want to continue on. Like I said, you're making a square. Continue on with the next corner. You might want to pay attention to whether or not you're putting one on top of the other or one underneath of the other. I don't know that I paid much attention to that, but I think I figured it out after I was going along. Now, I'm not going to lie, this is a little bit of a fly by the seat of your pants kind of wreath, because I was changing things up as I was going along. Now, the one on the outside edge, that one's not attached, but I think I am going to attach that to the rest of the square, but I just want to get my entire square done first. Remember, after you've attached each corner of the square, that you want to leave your wires a little bit longer. That's going to give you something to attach to the wreath with. Okay, once you finish making that square, make another one, because you're going to need two. One is going to go on the back of the wreath, and one is going to go on the front. Once you get your squares finished and in place, you want to fasten them together. Then, look what you've got. A square frame around a round wreath. Just something different. I like the look of the wire. You don't have to do that. You can go over it with some type of jute or something like that. I may even do that, just to give it a little bit of even more texture, more primitive look to it. The back is the same. It's just the square frame. We're going to put some berries in it, I think. I think it needs some red. I'm going to see if I can just tuck these in here and there. I'm not sure that I can. I'd have to wire them in here. But I think it needs something red. There are lots of different ways that you can embellish this wreath. Just use your imagination. I'm using high bush cranberries to give it a little pop of red, but you could add ribbons, bows. You could add other types of greenery when you're making the wreath. You're not just limited to one type of greenery. Any way you decide to embellish this wreath, I promise you're going to love it. Now let's get it hung up. I did end up putting some jute around the corners. I really like the look of it. I didn't mind the wire, but I like the texture and a little added something else. And I like the berries. How long they'll hold on there, I don't know. Hopefully no birds will take them off. Just a different idea for a wreath. If you don't want to do the traditional round, well, add a little flair to it.